If we are one, we all must hold the light. Hold the light. Hold the light. Now, what do I mean by hold the light? In the last few weeks, as of this recording, and most recently on the weekend before I posted my last episode, the world witnessed the killing of Alex Jeffrey Preddy, a 37-year-old VA ICU nurse who happened to be a legal concealed carry gun permit holder. He was shot multiple times by federal immigration agents on a Minneapolis street while filming them and trying to keep bystanders from being shoved into traffic. Video and witness accounts show agents taking his holstered gun from his waistband and then shooting him seconds later as he was pepper sprayed, pulled into the street, brought to his knees, and ultimately shot while face down and unarmed. 2 weeks before this, Renee Nicole Good, a 37-year-old white woman, was shot and killed in her car by a federal immigration officer in Minneapolis after a brief roadside encounter that escalated rapidly. Her death became the first flashpoint in this most recent series of confrontations. But like Preddy, it was also treated as strangely explained by officials, folded into a false narrative that framed her as a threat rather than as a citizen killed by her own government. So, in the expression and heartfelt call for all of us to hold the light, these words arrive as a rallying cry for the soul. Especially in these turbulent times when darkness feels amplified. Many across the world have for some time sensed a growing polarity. Fear versus love, control versus liberation, disconnection versus unity. Spiritually speaking, such tension often precedes transformation, the breaking up before the breakthrough. So if we are one, we must hold the light. Brace for impact, but hold the light. And in holding the light, we must be the beacons of spiritual love and hope for all the world to see and remember their own true connection to Source itself. Hi, I'm Darrell T. Johnson, a musician, a teacher, and a QHHT hypnosis practitioner. I'd like to welcome all of you to episode 17 of If We Are One. Hello, and welcome to this special episode of If We Are One. I'm deviating from the script once again because I feel that we are at a pivotal point in our transition from the darkness into the light of a better and more spiritually vibrant new world. And I feel compelled to speak out about the recent events that are shaping the conclusions we reach and the choices we make moving forward. As you know, I do my best to stay away from the specifics of things going on around us in world events. But today, I feel that I'm being compelled to speak truth to power and call out to the light holders who feel my words may have meaning. So to you I say, thank you. We say their names. Alex Preddy. We say their names. Renee Good. We say their names. George Floyd. We honor their sacrifice and we hold the light in their honor. I woke up a few nights ago with these 3 words echoing in my head. Hold the light. The feeling was intense, and the sentiment that I got from this divine download was, for me, a call to action. A modern-day civil rights and spiritual affirmation movement that calls us to keep that high vibrational consciousness, which is being felt and expressed by more and more awakened beings right now. Steady, strong, and in place, despite any outward attempts to invoke discord and fear by those in power who are intent on separating us. It will not stand. It will not succeed. From a spiritual, energetic perspective, we're in what could be called a collective initiation. Systems built on imbalance, economic, political, environmental, spiritual, are revealing their instability. The disturbing accounts by those in power may be external reflections of an inner conflict humanity must face. The collision between ego-based consciousness and unity, oneness consciousness. Each revelation of corruption, inequality, or cruelty isn't merely chaos, but a mirror calling individuals to awaken deeper awareness, compassion, and accountability. The light is shining so brightly that the darkness can no longer hide in the shadows. So when we say, hold the light, what does that entail? Holding the light is not passive. It's a discipline of presence. It means anchoring compassion when fear spreads. It means speaking truth without hatred or despair. It means aligning with higher guidance through prayer, meditation, and service, even when results are not immediate. However you may wish to express it, hold the light. Create pockets of coherence through community, art, ritual, conversation that model the new world we are birthing. In essence, holding the light is energetic activism, choosing love deliberately, not as avoidance, but as the most subversive response to systems fueled by separation. Meaning fire with fire only creates more fire. We must stand within the higher vibrational spiritual energies that are the true catalysts for change. If the civil rights movements of the past fought for external freedom, this emerging movement now seeks inner and collective sovereignty of consciousness. It's a movement to remember our interdependence, to act from integrity even within collapsing structures. Humanity stands at a crossroads now. Either deepen separation or awaken into unity and oneness. Each person's vibration, every act of kindness or awareness contributes to that collective field. So if you are listening to this, yes, I'm talking to you. You are receiving a call many others are also sensing to stay luminous, steady, compassionate, and courageous amid the noise, turmoil, discord, and confusion. The task isn't to ignore the darkness, but to become the steady torch that prevents others from losing sight of the dawn that follows the storm. Light is truth's natural ally. It reveals what has been hidden. It dissolves illusion. And it carries the frequency of clarity and love. Those who operate in fear, deception, or control often thrive in obscurity, in places of secrecy, confusion, or apathy. Yet as more people awaken, the collective vibration rises and the light begins to expose everything incompatible with integrity and compassion. Just look at the marvelous, peaceful demonstrations taking place in Minneapolis, across the country, and yes, around the world. This illumination may sometimes look chaotic. Corruption surfacing, systems collapsing, truths long buried coming into view. But it is, in essence, the cleansing function of light. Just as sunlight disinfects and forest fires trigger renewal, spiritual light burns away distortion to prepare the ground for new growth. The darkness cannot actually fight the light. It can only attempt to obscure it. But every time even one person consciously chooses love over fear, truth over convenience, or forgiveness over anger, another shadow evaporates. The universe recalibrates, subtly but unmistakably, toward coherence and balance. So, for you, the light bearers and light workers, to hold the light now means standing as a living conduit for divine illumination. To reveal, not to retaliate. We shine light, not to shame darkness, but to end its reign quietly by making it unsustainable. To embody truth in a world addicted to illusion. Authenticity is revolutionary. To serve as mirrors of higher order, light holders reflect divine order back into the human field, transmuting chaos into potential. Every act that restores connection between self and soul, people and planet, truth and love, magnifies the light. As this awakening intensifies, truth becomes unavoidable. You see that now happening all around you. Those operating from shadow will feel pressure to change or collapse under their own density. This isn't punishment. It's the natural physics of consciousness ascending toward equilibrium. As the light increases, truth emerges everywhere, in governments, corporations, relationships, and within our own hearts. We are witnessing in real time a planetary shift, the light of collective awareness piercing the layers of human forgetfulness, spiritual amnesia. The structure built on deceit and domination are trembling, not because darkness is winning, but because light is too strong to resist. So, when you hear that sacred whisper, hold the light, it's not a plea. It's a command encoded with assurance. The dawn is inevitable. The shift is inevitable. The task is to remain steady through the transfiguration and to keep the lamp of consciousness burning so others can find their way. So, in marking this moment and raising a spiritual call to action for each of you, I've prepared what I am calling the Light Holders Manifesto. This manifesto should not be thought of as an affirmation, but an invocation, to invoke and outpicture the powerful and transformative intentions and sentiments of its meaning. I will leave a copy of this in the information section for you to copy, keep, and share with others. Now, if you would like to close your eyes during this reading, it is fine. Here is the Lightholder's Manifesto, a spiritual charter for the new dawn. We, the Lightholders, will hold the light. We stand at the threshold of a transforming world. Where fear once sought to divide, love now gathers us. Where shadows have long concealed truth, our light brings revelation. We recognize this era not as descent into darkness, but as a sacred uncovering, the moment when the veils fall and truth shines unobstructed. We, the Lightholders, will hold the light. We affirm that darkness has no power of its own. It is merely the absence of awareness. We do not fight shadow with shadow. We illuminate. We reveal. We heal. Our spiritual vibration is high. Our resolve is strong. Through our collective radiance, deception is undone, cruelty loses its disguise, and injustice becomes visible to all who dare to see. We, the Lightholders, will hold the light. We hold that light is not merely moral goodness, but the pure vibration of divine intelligence itself, the living current of consciousness awaking through humanity. To hold this light is to stand anchored in love when the tide of fear rises, to speak truth with compassion when silence would be easier, to act with integrity even when the world trembles. We, the Lightholders, will hold the light. We are called to live as beacons, not to escape the world, but to renew it. We bring light into our communities, our words, our art, our choices, our governance, and our care for one another. We know that every act of awareness sends ripples through the field of humanity, shifting what is possible for all. We, the Lightholders, will hold the light. We understand that revelation is not destructive. It is birth. The old world quakes because the new one is being born through us. We trust the current of truth to wash away what cannot endure, and we meet it not with fear, but with reverence. We proclaim that love is the most revolutionary force on earth. Compassion is not weakness, it is mastery. Forgiveness is not submission, it is freedom. Our steadiness is our strength, our clarity, our contribution, our faith, our certainty is our weapon of light. So we, the Lightholders, will hold the light. We commit now, individually and collectively, to remain radiant, courageous, and awake, to hold the light unwaveringly, to walk as truth bearers in the face of deception, to remember that the dawn cannot be stopped once it begins to rise. This is our vow, to be the consciousness through which love remembers itself, to be the light that no darkness can extinguish, to be together the new world coming into view, to be the Lightholders who will hold the light. If you feel there is power and resonance in these words, I would ask you to please copy and share this with anyone and everyone that you believe would benefit from it. I want this to get out to as many people as possible. This is our mission statement as light holders for a new and better world. We can no longer stand on the sidelines. We must do this together to achieve its inevitable goal, a brave, enlightened, and glorious new world. So that is all that I have to share with you for now. I hope you take these words to heart and let its sentiment flow through your consciousness and into your heart. We'll be talking more about these and other topics in future installments. And if there is anything that you would like for me to discuss or any questions you may have about anything that I have shared, please feel free to mention it by leaving a question or comment in the comment sections. As always, if you have found any of this information at all helpful or enlightening, please like, subscribe, and share with others. I truly appreciate those of you who are letting others know about this, and I'm excited to see more and more souls awakening to this ongoing movement to a oneness consciousness. So, you have your marching orders. And in parting, I send you my love. And if we are one, let's all hold the light while living in peace, love, and joy.